Tonight, the Chino Hills Huskies will be trying to take down the Bishop Amat Lancers in the game of the week. Both teams are 2-1, and Tom Kiss has more for us.
Thanks, Courtney. Anything can happen over here at Husky Stadium because it's homecoming night, and the Bishop Amat Lancers are here. The last time we saw them in action down in Mission Viejo against Santa Margarita, it was an inexperienced Damian Garcia in his first varsity game. Since then, they've rolled off 2 wins. They defeated Aledo, Texas in a big win when they went back there, as well as last week's game against Rancho Cucamonga. Trayvon Sidney, Tyler Vaughns, still big targets for Garcia when you start talking about their offense. Look for Christian Willie on defense. They're going to need to stop a Chino Hills offense that's been very prolific, scoring a lot of points, and in a game like this, in front of your home crowd, homecoming night, anything can happen. We're looking for Chino Hills to try to get the upset. We'll see what happens. Courtney, back to you.
Thanks, Tom. Of course, anything is possible, especially here at Husky Stadium, where the Chino Hills Huskies are looking for an upset. We'll be bringing you highlights and interviews here after the game.
Amat Lancers in their final non-league game of the season into Chino Hills on a beautiful night where the Huskies having their homecoming game fired up and ready for the chance to measure themselves against Rancho Cucamonga, who lost to Amat last week. The kickoff goes to Chino Hills. They get stopped. New quarterback Ryder Ruiz for Amat throws this interception. It's picked up by Anthony Rosales. Then Zach Sturdivant rolls right looking for Jared Paduano. He's hit from behind. You see the penalty flag come in. 1st and goal for the Huskies, and Brysen Charbonier goes in from 1 yard out, giving them a 7-0 lead. You see the reverse view of the TD, 6:35 left. Amat would then mount their drive of their own, capped by this 1 yard TD run from Anthony Camargo. 7-6, look at the snap. It's mishandled by Leo Alvarez, and he's tackled short. 7-6 with 3:19 left in the half. Amat D looking good on this sack of Sturdivant, but they allow some room for Voss Price. Sophomore, generally listed at 5'5". He was 6 feet tall after that catch. A little trickery here. Ball handed off to Charbonnet, but rather than run it through the line, he passes over the top to senior Trent Goins for a 14-6 Husky halftime lead. See it on the replay. We caught up with both coaches at the half.
Touchdown to go into the second half. What are you guys going to do to keep it up?
Well, I mean, we just got to keep playing basic football. We got to continue to tackle on defense and block on offense. I think we got some momentum back after they scored there, but they're a good football team, so it's going to be a tough second half.
Coach, down 14-6 at halftime. What do you need to do to fix this to get going in the second half?
We just need to execute better. That's all. We're not executing very well.
Damian Garcia came out after the first series. Is he going to be back in the second half?
He hasn't played at all this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Damian Garcia did not play in the first half. Amat coming out for the second half kickoff. Garcia in at quarterback. And the first play, the ball gets snapped over his head. Chino Hills recovers on the Amat 10-yard line. Then tough running all night by junior Grady O'Donnell would put Chino Hills in goal line situations. And on this time, Brysen Charbonnet capitalizes, making the score 21-6 with 11:15 in the third quarter. Garcia's timing was off. You see on this pass, Leo Alvarez is wide open, and he just misses him. Chino Hills gets the ball back, and it's O'Donnell up the middle. Poor tackling for the Lancers led to big yards all night, and then when he couldn't find anybody open, Zach Sturdivant would take off and make the Lancers' poor tackling hurt them in the end. Runs around to the right side. It takes multiple defenders to bring him down. It would lead to a goal line situation, and once again, Brysen Charbonnet just walks in on this 1 yard TD run. Chino Hills absolutely outplaying Amat in every area, building a 28-6 lead. But when you have Trayvon Sidney, you're only one play away as takes this down the right sideline. 55 yards into the end zone for a touchdown. 28-12. Amat down, going for 2. Garcia's not going to get in. They trail with 4:23 left in the third. Amat gets held to a field goal on the next series, gets the ball back, and another swing pass. This time, Tyler Vaughns goes 55 yards in for the score. Amat once again going for 2 on the conversion. Camargo gets it. 31-20, Chino Hills with 11:31 left in the game. Amat D needs a big stop after a penalty. It's 2nd and 16 on their own 10 for Chino Hills. Sturdivant is going to find Jared Paduano for a 40-yard gain. 1st and 10 Huskies. They drive it to the 1-yard line, and of course, Brysen Charbonier with his 4th touchdown of the night powered it in for a 38-20 lead with 6:20 left in the game. Garcia going to have to rally his team. And once again, throws it long, finds Tyler Vaughns, who beats 2 defenders, setting up Amat in a goal line situation. Reverse angle shows how the 2 defenders were there. They power it in. Go for 2 once again. It's good. 38-28. Onside kick. And Chino Hills bats it out of bounds. And Sturdivant with the play that signifies the game for both teams. Amat couldn't tackle, and Chino Hills was more determined. Watch how Sturdivant at the end of this play carries Amat defenders into the end zone. See it on the reverse. Multiple guys have chances to get him, especially when he's about at the 10-yard line. Powers it in. They win in a huge upset that sent shockwaves throughout the Tribune and Bulletin areas.
The final score of tonight's game was 45-28 Chino Hills with the win. We were able to talk with head coach Matt. You guys have caused upset after upset these past couple weeks. What have you guys been doing differently this season?
Well, I mean, I guess it's an upset if people are predicting against us, but we don't really worry about all that. We just try to come out and work hard. As I was telling the last reporter, you know, we got young kids playing in a lot of positions. We knew our defense had to play big tonight, holding Amat to 6. They got a great team, a lot of weapons everywhere. I felt that set the tone, and then offensively we were able to capitalize on some of their mistakes, and that's football. You know what I mean?
You guys are in a new league this year. What have you guys done to prepare for this new level of competition?
Well, the schedule is one of the things. I tried to make a tough schedule because I knew the baseline league was going to be a big challenge for us. And again, I mean, we're 3-1. Doesn't mean I'm going to make any bold predictions. Our kids are playing hard, and we're just going to continue to stay focused and work hard.
With 4 touchdowns tonight for the Huskies, we were able to talk with Brysen Charbonier. You led your team on offense tonight. What was your guys' strategy coming into tonight?
Our strategy was to play hard, be determined, and stay focused the whole game.
Ton of great, huge runs, lots of first downs. You kept the team going the whole entire time. There's got to be something you're doing that's making you be so successful.
It starts off with the linemen, so I just follow my blocks and read the holes, and that's how I get out.
So a huge win tonight for the Huskies. What are you guys going to do tonight to celebrate?
Go to In-N-Out and celebrate.
Okay, thank you. Leading the Huskies on offense tonight was quarterback Zach Sturdivant. You led your team offensively tonight. What was your strategy going into tonight's game?
We wanted to use our tempo and really tire out Anthony Camargo. He goes both ways, Mike backer and running back. We think he's a better running back, so we thought he'd pull him off the field at Mike, and they did. And they brought him back in the 4th quarter. He's a great player, but we really wanted to tire him out. We thought he's a key player.
You scored the last touchdown of tonight's game. How does that make you feel going into next week's game?
It always feels great to score, but I mean, I couldn't do it without the O-line and the receivers and everything. And it's always a great feeling.
Northwestern commit Trent Goins led the Huskies on defense tonight. We were able to catch up with him after the game. On defense, talk to me about your strategy.
First and foremost, came out with a great week of practice. That really helped beat Amat. You know, their team is really fast, really athletic, and that's something that we tried to stop. We made sure we stopped the pass, and we played the run pretty well as a defense. It was a really good team defensive day, and that's what really led led to the good game.
You even had a touchdown tonight. Talk to me about that feeling.
You know, it was great. Like I said, it was a good team game. It was one touchdown out of, I think, 4 or 6. No, 6. So, I mean, it was awesome, but I'm more happy to get the win.
You guys are taking on Victor Valley next week. What are you guys going to do to prepare to get that next W?
We got a bye week, and then we could get some rest, and then we'll just game plan against it coming in on Monday, and we'll same thing, same week of practice, have a great week of practice, and continue the season.
Great win tonight. Talk to me about your strategy coming into tonight's game.
We were coming into the game trying to pound the rock as much as we could, run as hard as I can. Our line kicked ass the whole game. Yeah, it was just, overall, we just came in. We knew we had to wear these guys down. They're coming off big wins in Texas and all this stuff. And so, the past couple years, we've come up short, real short, a couple times, and it's unacceptable. And this game was, it was a good showing for us, a really good showing.
Bishop Amat does fall to 2-2. We talked to head coach Steve Haggerty.
You talked about these games. You win a couple, and then you lose when you don't want to take a step back. Talk about tonight's game.
They outplayed us in every facet of the game. So it's not really much to talk about. They beat us thoroughly in every phase, and they out-physicaled us. We didn't execute, and we just got to go back and we got to figure out how to get it right.
You talked about, going out, starting out quick. You guys kind of came out flat. I know there's obviously some guys that didn't start. What did that take away from this team?
Nothing to take away. We got to learn how to practice better throughout the week and come to play on Friday nights.
After the game, we talked to Trayvon Sidney from Bishop Amat. Let's hear what he has to say.
Game for you guys to lose tonight. Talk about the frustration you guys had out there.
We're just sloppy in practice. We didn't play to the best of our abilities in practice, and it showed out here tonight.
You guys, your coach talked about this. You had some big wins in Texas. You had a big win in Rancho Cucamonga. The thing you guys didn't want to do is come out flat. You guys kind of came out flat. What do you guys need to do to improve when you can start getting towards the league?
We just need to keep fighting. Just because we won a couple games doesn't mean anything. We just need to keep pushing on the field, in the classroom, everywhere. Practice makes.
The final score of tonight's game was 45-28, Chino Hills with the win. Chino Hills does go 3-1 and will be taking on Victor Valley, while Bishop Amat does go 2-2 and will be taking on Crespi High. Reporting from Husky Stadium, I'm Courtney Pons for the Tribune Sports.